All right, everyone, welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for coming to my presentation today. My name is Jeff Newman, for those who don't know me, and today I'm going to be giving a presentation on how to actually lose 20 pounds in the year 2026 and actually keep that weight off and keep your results. So hopefully you're watching this sometime in late December. I'm recording this in late December or early January or February. It's just, at the right time so you can actually take what you learned from this presentation and apply it to your daily life so you can actually hit your goals. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here. Got a cup of coffee. Got one of my kids running around. So if you hear some background noise, you know what it is. But let's get going. Perfect. Wouldn't have it any other way, right? Kids running around, caffeinated. Here we go. All right, guys. So today's presentation is going to be on 4 steps to lose 20 pounds in 2026. Now, I use 20 pounds because you can use this to get to that 20-pound mark, but obviously that can be flexible to whatever goal that you have for 2026, whether that's just to lose 10 pounds or whether that's to lose 50 pounds. You just kind of have to take what you learn, and the more you apply it, the better the results are going to be. And we're going to go over that at the end of the presentation, okay? So my goal for this presentation is that you can take with you the foundation from this presentation, apply it to your daily life as easy as possible, even if you're someone who works 2 jobs, has a bunch of kids, and it has no time to themselves right now. And hopefully you can take this and apply it to your daily life and still be able to get results. Okay, so let's dive in. So for those who don't know me, my name is Jeff Newman. That is a picture from the summer when I had short hair, no facial hair. A little change right now with the hair growing out right now and the beard's growing out right now. But that is me with my 2 daughters right there at Lake Tahoe. I'm a dad of 2 girls. One of them is about to turn 4. One of them just turned 2. I'm a gym owner here in Petaluma, California. I run a gym here, and I'm an online fitness and nutrition coach who specializes in helping parents. I do have clients of all different backgrounds, but I specialize in helping parents reach their goals and be healthy, even with the craziest, busiest schedule known to man. All right, so let's dive in. So what are the challenges that parents face when it comes to their health and fitness? They have no time, they have no energy, they have no motivation to get started. And all of those are connected, right? You have no time, so you don't feel like you have the motivation. You don't have energy, so you don't feel like you have the motivation. You don't have the motivation, and all of a sudden your time disappears because you're busy doing whatever. Obviously, being parents, you have so many other responsibilities, but when you have no motivation, it kind of makes you think like, oh, I don't have the time, or I really don't have the energy. And then you end up doing nothing. You're putting everyone else ahead of you, which I get. Obviously, I have kids that obviously can't drive. Most of you who have kids probably have kids who don't drive as well. So you're driving them around, school, sports, all these different things. You're putting everyone else ahead of you because you have to. You didn't intend on sacrificing your health. It just happened over the years. And I get that. I totally get that. But there are some things that you can do in your daily life to actually still get the results and actually still be healthy as a busy parent, a mom or a dad. So what happens when these parents start to lack the time, the energy, and the motivation? They turn to these quick fixes. What can I do to lose 20 pounds in the next month? What is the latest thing out there that someone got these crazy results with? Think strict diets like strict keto or strict paleo, or crazy amounts of fasting. Or think things like 75 hard, where you're working out twice a day and just following a crazy diet for 75 days, things like that, or workout programs that aren't made for you. Maybe you stick to it a couple of weeks and it's like super tough. Something you did maybe when you were in your early 20s before you had kids, things like that. We always turn to these like crazy quick fixes when in reality, we know they don't work. All right. So this takes us to present day. Again, like I said, I'm recording this at the end of December. You might be watching this in January as well. We all set New Year's resolutions, right? One of the most popular ones to set is something around health and weight loss. 75% of people who set a resolution make it about health and weight loss. 8% of those people actually follow through and hit their goals. 8%. That is nuts. 80% of those people fail within the first 1 to 6 weeks. That is like no time. 52 weeks in a year and you're failing in the first 6 weeks. That's no time. That means, number one, you're not setting up the right plan for yourself, or number two, you're choosing the wrong plans. You're choosing these quick fixes that are not right for you and your lifestyle and your schedule. And each year we say this, we say it's the year we're going to use 20 pounds, we're going to lose 20 pounds, then we fail, then we try to restart, we fail, we try to restart. And then we're back at the same thing next in a year. We're choosing the same resolutions. Come on, Cam, you can come over. We're choosing the same resolutions and we're back at square one. So let's do something different this year. How can you actually lose 20 pounds? It basically comes down to these four pillars as a busy parent. Number one, you need workouts that fit your schedule, right? Number two, you need nutrition guidelines that are sustainable and that still get results. Number three, you need to work on your mindset. And number four, you need accountability and support. And we're going to dive deeper into one of these. I really want to expand on each of them right now, but we're going to dive deeper into each of these right now. So, your workouts. You need something that fits your lifestyle, right? So, what is actually realistic for you? You really need to sit down and look at your schedule. Is it 10 minutes a day? Is it just using your body weight? Is it using a pair of dumbbells? Maybe it's 20 minutes 3 to 4 times a week. Can you do that? Maybe it's 30 to 45 minutes. Maybe you have extra time, but it's only 3 days a week. You really need to see your schedule and you need to identify those times and those windows that you can actually get a workout in. What times of the day actually work? If you're thinking to yourself, like, man, well, I wake up, I get the kids ready to school, I drop them out of school, I go to work all day, I get off work, I pick up the kids, I go home, I eat dinner. There's no time. Well, guess what? There is. You might just have to wake up early in the morning to get your workout in, or you might have to sneak in something in the afternoon if that's available to you, if you're not at an office or dressed up or things like that. Or it might have to be a late night workout, or guess what? You work Monday through Friday. You have Saturday and Sunday. Yes, I know those are days that you want to spend with your family, but maybe you wake up a little early on weekends and get your workouts in. You have to find those windows and you have to be realistic for yourself, right? If you truly want to see results, you got to stop making excuses why you can't find the times. Everyone has the time. It just might be more difficult for certain people. You might have to wake up early. You might have to sacrifice some time on your weekends. You might have to stay up a little later or force yourself to go work out as soon as you get off work, things like that. Okay. Maybe you're someone who works from home or has the kids at home. You can look at things like nap time. Maybe that's when you can squeeze in a 20 or 30-minute workout. Okay. Be realistic with yourself and set those goals. So next up, what workouts should you do? Now, I'm not going to dive completely into this, but obviously it's the ones that fit your schedule. Number two, you need to work on your strength. It doesn't mean we're just doing cardio. You need to work on your strength. That's going to help you in your day-to-day life. It helps boost metabolism, just makes day-to-day functions a lot easier if you actually have strength. And also you need the cardio. We need to burn the calories. We need to have good heart health. We need more stamina, more energy. So cardio is important. So having some sort of combination that works full strength training and some cardio in your week is going to be best for you. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. I was looking at one of the bullet points here just so I didn't miss anything. This type of workout helps you show up better as a parent, and that's true. All right. So that's number one. Pillar number one is workouts. You need to figure out what is realistic for you, and you need to fit it in with the right types of workouts. Number two, your nutrition. You need nutrition guidelines that are actually sustainable, that are going to get the results, but something that you can actually keep doing. The biggest mistake people make is they choose something like keto, paleo, or fasting, or some kind of crazy diet for 30 days. They do it for 30 days. Maybe they see some weight loss, and then they start to fall off because it didn't really teach you the right principles. It taught you how to be super strict for 30 days, but then a birthday party happens, or a holiday happens, or a trip happens, or you're out at dinner with friends and they order something that isn't on your diet, and then you fall off and you have this all or nothing mindset. So you completely fall off and you start reversing all the progress that you made by being super strict for those 30 days. Okay. That is not going to work anymore. Okay. You are always going to have something come up, like you're cooking for your family or you're having dinner with your family, or there's always some sort of event. So you need something that is going to be, get you results and be sustainable. So here's the keys that can do that. Number one, eating a high protein diet. Doesn't have to be crazy. You'll see a lot of crazy high numbers out there on the internet. I always say start with 0.6 grams per pound of body weight as your daily goal and get used to that first. Okay. Eat a high protein. Get at least 3 servings of fruits and veggies in every single day. Hydrate. Drink enough water. I can't tell you, especially with parents, how many parents don't drink enough water. They run on caffeine, which is what I'm doing, but I've had a lot of water today. They run on caffeine and then it's like 2 p.m. They're like, man, I haven't had any water today. It's like, well, you need to change that. So many like cravings and low energy just comes from being dehydrated. Okay. So one of my suggestions is drinking, I do 30 ounces, but drinking 20 ounces of water first thing in the morning before you have a sip of coffee. Okay. And then have a cutoff time with your eating. This is not fasting. This is just saying, hey, by 8 p.m., I'm done eating. It just prevents that late night snacking that a lot of parents do. Okay. So take those keys with you. Those are the keys that are actually going to get results. And you'll notice I didn't say anything like cut out carbs, don't eat bread, things like that. You can still have all that. Make sure you're hitting a protein first. Make sure you're getting your fruits and veggies in. Make sure you're hydrating and cut off your eating at a certain hour. And that's how you're going to get results. Now, obviously, you have to build the habits around those keys. So you need to make it fit with your family. Things like having a weekly menu, while it might sound cheesy, goes such a long way. Doing a burger bowl night once a week. Doing Taco Tuesday is a huge thing as well. And you can change what types of tacos. Doing fish once a week. Well, I don't care what it is, but having that weekly structure makes it so much easier for you to stay consistent. And if it's meals you like that goes a long way as well. Also, meal prepping. People hate the word meal prepping for some reason or the term meal prepping, but it goes such a long way. And if you really want to be consistent, sometimes you got to put the prep in ahead of time to make yourself stay consistent through the week. Okay, so working on those habits are going to help you out with your nutrition as well. Pillar number 3, your mindset. You need to truly believe that you want to change, and you need to truly believe that you can change. Those are two things that a lot of parents struggle with. They think they want to change, but they really don't want to change their habits. Or they think they can change, but then they don't change their habits. Like, you need to truly believe that. What habits are you currently doing that that future you who has lost 20 pounds isn't doing or wouldn't do? Is it settling for takeout a few nights a week? If you're doing that, that might cancel out all your progress. And that's something that the person who lost 20 pounds is not doing. What else? Is it late night snacking? Things like that. You need to identify those things in your life that you are doing now that the person who has lost 20 pounds is not doing. Okay. And you need to have that mindset, and you need to keep that mindset ready to go. Keep that mindset sharp in order to get the results and keep those results. You need to become that person who you want to be. Okay. All right. And finally, pillar number 4, accountability and support. And I can't stress this enough. This one is a huge one, especially if you're a busy parent. You need to stop trying to do everything on your own. I get it. You already do everything on your own. You take the kids to school, you take the kids to practice, you do this, you do that, all on your own. And that's great. But guess what? That takes away so much from you spending time on your health. Like, if you have to do everything you're doing now, plus try to come up with workouts, try to come up with workout times, try to stay consistent, and especially when you're tired, things like that, it becomes overwhelming and you're just going to get rid of that stuff. But if you have the support, if you have structure, if you have accountability, people like a coach to take things off of your plate, like creating workouts for you, like checking in with you, like helping you stay consistent, come up with a weekly schedule, it makes it so much easier to stay consistent. So what I want you to do is ask your family for support, whether that's your spouse or whether that's your kids. Say, hey guys, this year I want to lose 20 pounds and this is what I need from you. I need you to support me when I need to work out. I need you to support me when I want to eat healthy. I need you to help me stay motivated and consistent. Ask a friend to go work out with you. I mean, even if it's once a week, that helps so much to have a workout partner. If you tried it alone in the past and it hasn't worked before, stop trying it again. Get some support. Like I said, a coach can help take things off of your plate to help you stay consistent. Regular check-ins scheduled with a coach, there is a 95% chance you actually follow through with your goals. Okay. That's how big of a difference having a coach can make. And if you're not ready for a coach, again, like I said, get a support system with your family or your friends. Again, just get some accountability and support. Tell someone what you want to do so you can actually follow through with it. All right. So let's get into it. How to actually do this in a year. What is your yearly layout? Number 1, just know it's never perfect. You're always going to go up and down. Motivation is always going to go up and down. Your weight is always going to go up and down. Your weight fluctuates. You always have travel. You have events. You lack motivation certain times of the year. Things like that. It's never going to be like going up in strength, going down in body weight perfectly. It's always going to be an up and down arrow there. The goal is to build that foundation. So then when you lack motivation, when you hit a plateau, you don't completely say, well, this isn't working anymore and go back to where you were. You got to build up that base, build up that foundation. So if your foundation is down here right now where, when you get tired, you turn to takeout, you skip workouts, things like that. We need to slowly build up that foundation where when you do lack motivation, you're still falling down to a higher base and being like, well, instead of a 20-minute workout, I can get a 10-minute workout in. Or instead of cooking a meal, I'm going to go get a healthier version of a takeout meal. You need to start raising that base. And that is the key to how you get long-term success. It's not an all or nothing mindset. It's that fall back on your habits when motivation gets low, and then hopefully motivation will kick back up and you can keep going from there. So kind of an example of a yearly layout, months 1 and 2, people always start off strong, especially if you're doing this in January, losing 4 to 8 pounds each month. I kid you not, I've seen people lose 10 pounds just because they're going so strong. And I try to tell them like, hey, reel it back a little bit. We don't need to go as extreme, but it's when motivation's super high, that's fine. Let's get the most out of the weight loss. Then things start to slow down. Usually month 3, month 4, you start to hit a plateau. You're not seeing the results you want to see. You're lacking motivation. That's when you maybe need to take the next step. So instead of just relying on some habits, maybe you take it to the next step and look at things like tracking your calories, or at least tracking your protein, or things like that, or switching up your workouts, or tracking how much weight you're lifting, things like that, that we can actually look at the numbers and then bust through the plateaus there. Then months 5 and 6, getting closer to summer, you might get a little more motivated. I want that beach body. So you're going to start taking things a little more seriously and you drop a little bit more weight. Months 7, 8, you might hit that plateau during summertime. You got trips, whatever it is. Months 9 and 10, hitting that fall. Before the holidays hit, you want to lose a few more pounds. So you might lose a little bit more. And then months 11 and 12, which is what we're in right now, that holiday season, maybe just hit that plateau. You coast along a little bit. It's not a time where you really want to lose weight, but it doesn't mean. So on months 3 through 5 that I have here, months 7 and 8, and months 11 and 12, that doesn't mean you're completely falling off. Like I just said before, you're just raising your base and you're just plateauing and going along at the keys that you need to do, those habits that you've built. You're just going there. And then when those months we want to lose weight, we just take it up a notch, take it to the next level. We lose a few pounds and then we can coast again. So what if you did this? So you dip down months 1 and 2, then you coasted, and then dip down months 5 and 6, and then you coast it. And you keep repeating that cycle. That's how you're going to keep losing weight and you're going to keep it off. Okay. We're not going down and then up and then down and then up. We're down, maintain, down, maintain. All right. So this process starts now. Whether you're watching this in December or whether you're watching this in January or February, it starts right now. If you're serious about finally hitting your goals, if you're done with these quick fixes that are not going to last and not going to work, if you're sick of setting the same New Year's resolutions every single year, it's time to actually take action. It's time to take these 4 pillars that I presented on today and apply it to your daily life. All right. So what I want to offer you, this is not a huge thing, but I want to help in any way, especially if you are a busy parent. That is what I specialize in, helping other busy parents actually come up with a weekly schedule that fits their lifestyle and actually come up with a plan that hits your goals. I do want to offer you just a quick 15-minute call. It's a free call. I want to talk about what your specific goals are, whether it's to lose 20 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, whatever it is. I want to help you build a plan, whether that's working with me or just helping guide you and give you something you can work off of in 2026. I want to help you out. If it makes sense, if you are a good fit for one of my programs, I can talk to you about that. I have a 6 or 12-week program. I also do challenges periodically through the year, depending on what time of year you're watching this presentation. So I can talk to you about that if you'd like to. But again, no need. The biggest thing is I want this 15-minute call to benefit you. So there is a link there. Wherever you're watching this video, there should be a link in the description as well, whether that's YouTube or wherever. You can book a 15-minute call with me. You can also just message me, especially if I'm talking to you on Instagram or something like that. But I hope you take advantage of this because I truly want to help you out. And I just at least want to give you that plan for 2026 to actually hit your goals so you can stop setting new resolutions every single year. All right, so let's make 2026 a great year. Let me stop my share here. Thank you guys. Thank you for sticking around for this presentation. I hope this helped. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something from this. Again, I hope I get to talk to you in the future. And until then, let's keep at it. Get some workouts in today. eat healthy, and feel great. Thanks, guys.